perfect harmony. We are the Center for Spiritual Living West Georgia. We study and practice the philosophy and science of mind we know as God. And with our spiritual presence and our participation in our service here this morning, we actually create a higher state of consciousness, rise above all of that negative energy we may have experienced this past week, and manifest love. We know love is synonymous to God, the most powerful yet most gentle force in the universe. Without further ado, Cheryl McAuliffe will do our meditation at this time. Cheryl?
Good morning. Let's just, we're just going to take about 5 minutes and just relax and go to our center. So you may want to just softly close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And we're just going to relax the body and come into our spiritual center within. So let's start by just taking a deep breath and just let it out. And let's take another deep breath and just let it out at your own pace. And as we do that, we begin to feel all the little muscles around our eyes just beginning to relax. And in the face, cheeks, the jaw, down into the neck. And as we do, we feel our eyes once again just relaxing. And all of this goes down into the neck and shoulders. And as we breathe deeply, we just let those shoulders go. And we just begin to feel this peace coming down through the chest. And let's let any tension in the chest just melt away. And that flows down into the arms and hands. And into our legs. And down into the feet, where we feel very grounded and connected. For we know that this power that we are is in everything, every being, everywhere, omnipresent. And as we breathe softly at our own pace, we begin to feel this presence within. Our true nature, our true being. As one once said, the Father, the Mother, and I are one. And here in this perfect peace, we surrender to the power that we are, and we turn over all cares and concerns right here. And in this peace that passes all understanding, we have faith, that faith of a mustard seed, that the Spirit in us can handle all situations. And we give thanks that all is taken care of. And this week, as we go through the week, let us remember that we can come here at any time. And we remember the wildflowers, the lilies, as they grow. They just do their job and are taken care of, and so are we. So as we come back into this time and space, we feel renewed, refreshed, joyous, and grateful as we gently start to come back here. And so it is.
So it is. Good morning, good morning. It is time for our vision and mission statement. Please stand and let us read together our vision and mission statement along with the declarations of principles. CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. I believe there is one creative intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe my purpose is to allow this divine mind express in, as, and through me. I know this divine presence is a power for good, which responds to my conscious use to create life filled with health, love, peace, success in all things. I use it now, and I rejoice in it, and so it is.
So it is. And remain standing, please, for our first song. This is a Karen Drucker song about gratitude. And there's some hand motions. If Connie can remember them, she's going to show them to you. Okay. You got it? Okay. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Let's sing that again. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude is a beautiful thing.
All right, all right. Today's reading is by Ernest Holmes. If you will take the time today to sense the presence of life within you, to believe in it, to accept it, undesirable experiences which you have had will gradually disappear, and something new will be born, a bigger, a better, and more perfect you. You will pass from lack and want to have a greater freedom, from fear into faith, from a sense of being alone. You will pass into the realization of oneness. With everything, you will rejoice. In everything, once again, you will rejoice and be there, and glad to be there, ladies and gentlemen, and so it is.
And so it is. Connie, that was a short one, short and sweet. I like that. Connie and I have a song for you. This is a Daniel Nahmod song. And you can sing along because the words are pretty simple. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. Yes, you are. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. Blessed peace. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. How about joy? You are deepest joy. Deepest joy is all that you are. Love. You are sacred love. you are. Let's show the way now. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. Sacred love. Sacred love, sacred love, that's all that you are. You are sacred love, sacred love, that's all that you are. Sounding good out there. Thanks.
Thank you, Cynthia and Connie. Today, our speaker is Miss Dorothea Gates. Of course, she is a member of our center here. She has been in the Science of Mind Ernest Holmes teachings for over 20 years. Each Sunday that she does speak, she always sends us a fulfilling and joyful message, a message that we can relate to. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome to the stage Miss Dorothea Gates.
Thank you, thank you. Everyone looks so wonderful. Today I'm talking about the 5 steps to treatment, 5 steps to freedom. Unless we change our thoughts, words, intentions today, our tomorrows will repeat our yesterdays. That's a big statement. Our tomorrows repeat our yesterdays. I remember a story of a young couple, newlyweds, just got married. And this one particular Sunday, she asked her husband to be her prep cook because he enjoys her meals and she didn't have a whole lot of time. So he was in the kitchen, he's doing the prep work, she's taking out the ham for dinner, her parents and her grandparents are coming over and she wanted to be perfect. And the first thing she does is rinse, cleanse the ham, and then she takes a big butcher knife and cuts off almost 2/4 of the ham, and then she puts it in the baking dish. Her husband saw all his hard-earned money go into the trash, and why did you cut the ham up? And he said, well, it's always been done this way. My mother has always done this way. I don't know, let me call Mom. She gets on the phone, she calls her mother, and she asks, you know, Mom, when you bake ham, why do you cut most of the ham up? She said, oh, I've always done it that way. Well, let me call Mom, her mother. And she called her mother, hello, she got on the phone. Mom, I want to know, why are we cutting up most of the ham before we bake it? And her mother had to sit back and think because she hadn't cooked in a while. She sat back and think. Now they're on 3-way. And she said, oh, my pan was small. And I had to use what fit in the pan, so I cut most of it off to fit in the pan. And these ladies have been following that formula for all these years and not knowing. If you don't know you or know your truth, you will just be a follower. Greetings. I am here to talk about spiritual mind treatment as I know it, affirmative prayer, also it's called. Spiritual mind treatment is a 5-step mental, spiritual thought process. It redirects your harmful thinking into patterns of truth. It gives a total new alignment on what it is that you want. This can help you manifest your dreams, and I am here to share the wisdom and insights I've gained over the years. You know, the first time I've heard about affirmative prayer was through Iyanla Vanzant, and that was in 1993. I never heard of it. And paraphrasing her, I remember she saying, you know, prayer is prayer. But she said there's 2 forms of prayer. One approach is you go to God, you talk to God, you beg, and you make deals. And she said the other one, you make true statements on what it is you want in your life. So one is begging and one is true statements. And at that time, I was very green. I didn't know any of. I thought prayer was prayer. But there is a way to no longer be a victim in your life. Spiritual mind treatment. This prayer is directing the law, the power of creativeness, the power of God, towards a specific solution to a difficulty. When you allow this power to work, it shows up in many ways. We have to remember, God is working in us. God is working through us, with us, and as us. That is the very important piece to remember, because what else is there? God is working through us. God is working as us. God is working with us. God is working as us. So there is no disconnect. There's no disconnect, but people feel a disconnect. Well, belief and judgment can play a role in the disconnection. If you don't believe and don't trust, then everything goes out the window and out the door. Trust, belief, faith are the main factors in getting your prayer work off the ground. We begin with all there is God. You may believe this or you may not believe it because of your present experiences, because what you see in the world around you. You are the attractor factor. The thoughts we think and the words we speak are constantly shaping our world, shaping the world that we live in. As we learn consistently to choose positive thoughts, the old negative way of thinking falls away, and you get your prayers answered in the way that you like. The people in the world are also attractor factors to the experiences in their lives, and it shapes their lifestyle as well. When new thoughts and beliefs come into your being, your brain cells begin replicating. It starts firing off in new directions. Our minds are excited with all this new infused God knowledge. But let me begin to acknowledge that we are all divine beings created in the image and likeness of God, the Holy Spirit. This means that we have access to the same creative power that brought the universe into existence. In our lives, we have creative power to access change in our life. We are not limited by our circumstances or our past experiences. our current situation can change. We have the ability to create our own reality and to manifest our dreams using the power of God. And so, CSL West Georgia, I urge you to take control of your thoughts and beliefs and to use them to manifest the good you desire in your life. Whether it's financial abundance, whether it's a love relationship, vibrant health, what if it's the work that you really desire? You have the power to create it. You have the power to access it. But you may ask, how? How? The answer is really simple. Through affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment. I love when Ernest Holmes did spiritual mind treatment because Ernest Holmes really used just the first 3 steps. And you would go and sit with him, and you would go for prayer. And then you would sit down with him, and he's in the room right there praying for you, knowing the truth. You heard nothing. And when he was done, it was good and very good, and you got up and left. That's all you heard. And it was done. The steps to prayer treatment along with the power of your imagination. When using spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, these steps you can't get lost. There is a uniformity that will keep you on track and your mind centered on your prayer. There are 5 steps, for those of you who do not know, to spiritual mind treatment, also known as affirmative prayer. Spiritual mind treatment means bringing our thinking into alignment about what is true about each of us as individualized expressions of God. It is a way to realize the presence and the power and the spirit and allowing this presence and power to express itself through us. The first step, we've talked about it. All there is God. All there is God. All there is God. God is recognizing. This is recognition that there's a presence of power in the universe. Holy Spirit, God, first cause, whatever name you choose. What is this? What is it? This is the power and the presence that makes it all happen. The second step, knowing you are a part of this power. You are a spiritual being. We heard this so many times, having human experiences. But that means you are a spiritual being and you are part and connected to this powerful presence. The third step is affirmative prayer. This is where you describe what it is that you want to shift, and you speak it in present tense as though you already have it. This is the biggie, clarity of what you desire, knowing what it is that you want. Speak as though you have it. When you can see yourself already in possession of the good that you desire, when you can feel the emotions that come with it, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you already have it, you're already in a line, you already know, and so it is. Technically, you can stop right there with those 3. But sometimes you have to go to the next 2. And the next 2 came along much later. And that next 2 are the 4th step, which is gratitude. How grateful you are that everything in your life is working as it should. It gives you such great joy and happiness. You just have to shout it out that you're so grateful for the life that you have. You're feeling so good. You got great friends. You're just feeling wonderful. And the fifth step is letting it all go, because all we have to do is know the what it is we want, the what. The how is not our concern. It's none of our business. Of course, this is not a magic formula. That will not work overnight. It takes discipline, focus, persistence to manifest your desires. But if you are willing to do the inner work, if you are willing to believe that you deserve the good you desire, then there's no limit to what you can achieve. Manifesting your dreams is to clarify your vision. What is it that you truly desire? What would bring you joy, fulfillment, and happiness? Take some time to reflect on these questions and visualize yourself already living your dreams. See yourself happy, successful, abundant. Feel the emotions that come with achieving your dreams and allowing yourself to be filled with the gratitude and excitement. You can't help but to be excited, living and speaking in that moment. Cultivate deep sense of faith and trust in the Holy Spirit. Know that the same power that created the universe is within you, and you can tap into the power to manifest your dreams. Believe that your dreams are already on their way and that you are worthy and deserving of all the good. You have to get rid of, you have to let go. You have to release any doubts, any fears, or any limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. And trust that God's plan is a perfect and wonderful plan. So, take inspired action towards your dreams. This means listening to your intuition and following the guidance that comes from within. Take small, manageable steps towards your goal and to open the opportunities and synchronicities that may arise along the way. Remember that you are a co-creator with God, the Holy Spirit, universe, and that you have the power to bring your dreams into reality. Now, I know this might sound repetitive, but repetition is the mother of learning. The 5 steps to treatment: affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment, bringing your thinking back into alignment. This is something you must remember. I want to remind you, you are powerful. Not only are you powerful, you are powerful, creative beings, and that you have the ability to manifest your dreams using the power of the Holy Spirit of God. What do you need to do? Clarify your visions, cultivate your faith, trust, and take the inspired action towards your dreams. Do you remember when we were in elementary school and the teacher would say, "Okay, girls and boys, let's put on our thinking cap today"? So that's what we're doing today. We have to watch what we're thinking. Putting on our thinking caps is an intentional act. The law resonates to your belief because what we think about who we are and about the world is a resonation. We resonate to what we believe, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or sad. Whatever you resonate to will show up in your life. The law has no respecter of who we are, no respecter of our character. Your thoughts are bringing into fruition what you believe. Your circle is what you believe. Life practice, spiritual mind treatment is a practice. It's a practice. Those 5 steps are a practice. Practice letting it in. Practice allowing. Practice. Faith can defeat any bad feelings. Any bad feelings. Faith can defeat it. Your word shapes your reality. So if your boss is not giving you a raise, if you're not moving up to the level you believe you should be, if your bank account is not reflecting what it is, if you're not taking your creative mind and doing what you really love, what you came in this world to do, you're not practicing. You're not practicing your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual prayer, your spiritual mind treatment, also known as affirmative prayer. You get up in the morning, you do it. You get up in the evening, you do it. Life is a practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice being the person you want to be. Practice affirming the words you want to have seen expressed in your life. Practice living the life that you want. I told a client of mine to buy pajamas, male pajamas, and slippers and a robe, and put it on the other side of the bed. She actually did it. 2 weeks later, at a wedding, she met the man who eventually wore those pajamas and robe. They were too small, but anyway. It manifests. It manifests because practice. You have to practice. Now we're going to have 10 minutes to ask any questions about spiritual mind treatment. Victoria, could you pass out those papers? I'm just giving you a reminder. I'm late. I should have been gave them to you. Just a little reminder, if we have enough for everyone. This is lovely Victoria, my assistant. And I just roughly wrote the steps down because some of you may not know, and some of you are veterans, and you already know. You can embellish, but these are just the 5 steps to remember so that you can practice. I wrote a book that talks about practice, and it's creating love and healing the heartache in your life. But along with that, I created, which I didn't bring up, affirmation cards, because we have to practice. And sometimes if we have a tool to use other than your journal, that is a constant reminder, to shift our life, to shift out of this old thinking, to shift out of stuck lifestyle, you need a tool. Spiritual mind treatment is a remarkable, wonderful tool. The steps are so easy. The steps are the 5 steps to freedom, and these steps will give you the tools to change your consciousness, your world, and beyond. But believe me, Ernest Holmes changed a movement with these steps. These steps, if you can't find your career, if you can't find what it is you need to do in this world, all you do is go to step 3 and describe it. But you got to remember step 1. All that God is, all there is God. All there is God. All there is God. Step 1. And step 2, who are you to God? Your unification. Step 2, unification. All there is God. Step 3, what it is that you desire, what it is that you want. Health. When I do treatment for individuals, they're already healthy. Regardless of what they write on the card, regardless of what they say to me, they're healthy. Every part of their bodies is healthy. Whenever my clients talk to me, I say, every cell in your body is well. Every cell in your body is well. When I'm in the grocery store and individuals want to talk and I say, how are you doing? They want to talk about their sickness and their illness. That's the first thing. I said, don't claim it. And every cell in your body as well. I don't care if they just got out the hospital, because they love to tell me when they just got out the hospital. Every cell in your body as well. Don't claim it. Cancel, cancel, cancel. You're in alignment. Any questions? Yes. Oh, sure. It's very important to seek out a practitioner to pray with you because they know the truth. They know the truth of your being. They know that you are well. They know that you are happy. They reinforce healing, that you're whole and you're complete. You must speak with somebody positive. That's why it's so important to have a positive circle around you. You must speak with positive individuals who know the truth of your being. Did that make sense? Ronnie asked, why is it important to have a practitioner, to seek out a practitioner? And I hope you guys understand. Any other questions? Well, you know, Ernest Holmes says do the affirmative prayer. Oh, yes. The question was, in the 5th section of spiritual mind treatment, release, is it important to let it go and not think about it? Or do we keep treating until it's done? Now, Ernest Holmes, in several passages, says keep treating until it's done. And I do. But mostly, I embellish. See, if you stay stuck in that same difficulty that you're treating about, maybe you need to just embellish, and it release the old bondage of thinking. Okay. If I'm treating for a better paying job, I acknowledge that all there is God, and I'm one with that. I am connected to that all-powerful source. My third step, I will talk about that I am deserving of more money. I do a good job for good pay. I am always in the right place at the right time, and my salary increases. I am so happy and grateful for that knowledge, and I release it. Then, if it's still not enough for me, I would say, I am making $182,000 a year, and I am worthy of that. This is who I am. This is what my desires are. This is where I am going to be. No, this is where I am. So I take that third step and I embellish. Get more specific. And believe it or not, $182,000 is hardly no money. It's hardly no money. So this is how one of my clients manifested it. Since we're all working from, not all, but many of us are working from home, you got to be really careful how you do this. Many of us are working from home, and so I went through the steps with her many times, and she got a job, but it was only making $110,000. And she got another call for another job making $122,000. She accepted them both and worked 2 full-time jobs from home, which is a little over what we talked about. You have to be careful how you ask for it. But I'm noticing a lot of people, since I've been talking about the steps, have been receiving 2 full-time jobs that they can easily and effortlessly work from home. So people are living their dreams, making over $200,000 a year now. Many of them, because you don't do a lot in 8 hours. So you can juggle 2 jobs, and you're not micromanaged. That's a part of the vision as well. You're not micromanaged. Oh. The question is, years ago, she was taught 2 more steps in addition to the 5 steps. And those steps are denial, which comes after the 3rd step, and then reaffirmation. Many times, the denial step is to deny that you are worthy. Deny that you can actually have what it is you want. Deny the monkey mind saying that you can't. Deny that you release the difficulty that you cannot have. Denial step is when your critical thinking comes in and says, how are you going to do that? You deny it. And so I was part of a teaching that taught the 7 steps, but this teaching taught the 5 steps. So we would deny that critical thinking, and then we would reaffirm our worthiness, our deserving, what we're supposed to have, and then we would go into gratitude, and then we would go into release. But here it's just 5 steps, just the 5 steps. It's a uniformity. You can't get lost. So if that concludes the service, let's go into prayer. Take a deep breath. It's been absolutely wonderful. Closing prayer. We come here knowing something greater than we once knew. And we take this information into we take it into our own lives, showing up in the world as loving, knowledgeable individuals, giving a hand of peace and understanding to anyone that crosses our path. I am happy and grateful to be surrounded in a place to pray and to get love and support from caring individuals such as yourself. I am happy to be at a center where these thoughts are one. I am happy to be in a place with like-minded individuals. It is better together with love and trust. I send these words out, knowing that they will not return unfulfilled. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Dorothea.
Thank you. Wrong. Oh, Ken, you can hear me.
Turn me on. Oh, thank you. Ken, I have a musical video that I just finished that I want to share with everybody this morning. You'll be the first people to see it, and I hope that you like it. I hope it touches your heart. Many of you know how I feel about Egypt. I believe that I have lived many lifetimes there before, and in 2021 I was able to go back and will go for the first time in this lifetime to visit Egypt, and it was a life-changing experience for me, and it inspired me to write this song. It's called One World. And then Putin started bombing the Ukraine, and I thought, well, I really think this song is important. And I got an opportunity to go back to Egypt this past year for 3 weeks, and I shot this footage for this video to go with my song. It's called One World.
As I travel around the world, I see reflections of me. A sacred thread runs through humanity. Mothers love their children, all are seeking grace, no matter their religion or their race. Why talk of differences? Let's breathe our common air. Why are we greedy when we know there's enough to share? We must remember we are one world, just a blue ball spinning in the vast universe. Take a look, it's a small world. Stop tearing it apart. It's time to start to heal. As we focus on ourselves, we see that we can be a source of hope for all humanity. We all want the same things, love, life, and family. I know your heart can join with me. We've waited long enough to make a new reality. Why waste another moment when we know how wondrous peace can be? Let's shower love into our world. differences, let's breathe our common air. Why are we greedy when we know there's enough to share? We must remember we are one world, just a blue ball spinning in the vast universe. Take a look, it's a small world. Stop fighting wars, open up our doors and live in peace. Stop fighting wars, open up our doors to live in peace.
Okay, thank you. Wow, that was awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. Thank you. It is time now for our conscious giving. Dorothea, your all right. It is now time for our conscious giving part of the service. Money is a spiritual activity. As Dr. Ernest Holmes says in Science of Mind, it is only when we allow the divine current to flow through us, in and out, we really express life. The law of giving and receiving is definite. There are many ways that you choose to give. You may choose to participate with us at this time. The traditional way is to place cash or check into the envelope. If you need an envelope, please raise your hand at this time. If you would prefer to make an electronic donation, there are two ways that you can participate. One way is to donate with the information that is found on the back page of your bulletin. This information is also being placed in the chat window for our online viewers. Now, the second way is to donate through your online Breeze account. Whichever way you participate, we invite you to join us in the following moment at One Conscious for Prosperity as a collection plate is circulating. If you have donated electronically, please join us in this physical moment by placing your online giving card in the plate as it circulates.
And we start with our affirmation.
And we start with our affirmation. Thank you.
You want me to start it?
Yes.
Freely I give with a feeling of abundance, knowing that my gift blesses and well as myself. Freely I give, freely I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Freely I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. Lovingly I give, giving from my heart and from my soul.
And together we say, I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life, our community, and our world. Okay, now let's see here. Our announcements. Do we have any announcements?
Yes, we do. Do you need some help with that? I know John Stringer is going to be here May the 21st.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You do not want to miss him. He is always a resonance lifter.
All right. So thank you very much for that help, Cynthia. I appreciate that. So let's see here. The next guest speaker, let's see here. Who do we have the next guest speaker? Just slipped through my mind. Diane Johnson. All right, Letitia. Thank you, Letitia. So at the end of May. Thank you. Yes, I know, Victoria. You look fabulous, Victoria.
Well, they all do. I think everybody looks fabulous
Absolutely.
this morning.
Everyone
Don't
looks
you?
fabulous.
Yeah, I'm going to get you out of that, okay?
No. She's a sweetie. That's why I said that.
Oh,
You know
okay.
how we have good,
Well, she
you have
does look
friends.
good, yeah.
Okay. So let us stand and say our closing affirmation.
Followed by the peace song. We like to circle up and do that. And we like to do it as an affirmation. We're saying, yes, there is peace.
We go forth today knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good comes from us, and only good come to us. And so it is.
Let there be peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With Spirit as our Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Sounding